lost beyond all hope. You cannot see my plight, for you have so shut your eyes. What will become of love? I see only damnation.
There I am. You guys like the Blood Omen music? Good shit. Good shit, isn't it? Yeah, Blood Omen was such a good game, you know? It gave me so much trouble when I played it, but I don't know. I just have warm memories of it, to be honest. I actually won't, like, give it another shot. Probably not like... I mean, if it would be, like, on stream, then it would be... actually, let's go and... Yeah, it's a good music, but let's maybe change it. It's a bit too intense. For how good Blood Omen music is, it is very intense, so I think we'll go with the classic. There we go, nice. Yeah, that's also nice, right? It's also quite some nice tunes. But yeah, hello everybody, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great today. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday, or at the very least better than mine. No, don't worry, I'll get to that. Hello Severin, how you doing? Hope you're doing great as well. Hope you're having a great day. Hope it wasn't too tough on you. But yeah, my name is Zan, and I'm a prisoner. Here to pay off my debts by streaming for you. I'm glad to have you as my wardens tonight. And today we're going to play Soul Reaver eventually. But first we have to like talk. I need to rant a bit today, you know? I need to rant. This stream almost didn't happen as usual. But yeah, I am sorry for not streaming this last few days since the collab on Sunday. I mean, I know I know I usually don't stream on Mondays anyway, but you know, Tuesday and Wednesday were like marked for a stream. But yeah, unfortunately those last 3 days were like very intense. They were like extremely intense days. Very unlucky too, and there's like a lot of bullshit. Especially yesterday. I mean, today was like very hard as well. Like literally today, I thought it would be like a you know, normal day at work. But it wasn't. It may have been one of the toughest days I ever had at this job. So that was something. That was something indeed. I mean, I literally wouldn't... I would just skip this stream, to be honest, because that made me so tired. I would skip this stream, but since tomorrow I actually have a free day, like basically, basically there's like so much work that my boss told me, you know what? Let's go and you know, let's both of us have a free day tomorrow, right? Both me and my boss, because you know there was like so much work to do recently. So even my boss like decided, you know what, let's just go have a bit of a rest. I think we deserve it. So yeah, tomorrow I have a free day, which is why it will also be a streaming day as well, hopefully. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have a morning stream as well, which is quite nice. As I said before, I actually do prefer morning streams than like, you know, the usual ones we do, like at about this hour. I'm doing it right now. But yeah, basically, as I said, if it wasn't for the free day tomorrow, I would just cancel today because holy shit, today was fucking intense. Basically, everything that could went wrong today at work, you know, basically did go wrong. Sorry, it did go wrong. Like imagine, for example, I had this like a little nice data file, right, which I made, and it was like, and I remember working on that data file and checking it out multiple times to make sure that everything is correct, right? And so yeah, we basically like left this data file. Oh, I said it like 2 months ago. I left it, and today that data file was actually, you know, supposed to be used by me, right? So I checked the file, and it was fucking wrong. Like how it was wrong? I literally checked it multiple times before to make sure that it's right, right? I basically had 2 files next to each other, and I was like checking, not even like. I didn't even like believe a computer, right? Because I did check in Excel that both files have like the same data, right? But I still didn't believe Excel, right? I want to be so sure that I also like checked it by eye multiple times, and I made sure, you know, but just by looking at both of these and comparing, that they'll be correct. And they were until today when they turned out not to be correct, and that was a pain. That was a pain indeed. But yeah, thankfully we did manage to salvage it. Thankfully we did manage to make it work, so you know that's good. No, we have a free day tomorrow as well, which I mean I did know about that I'm going to have a free day like around 2 days ago, like around Monday, which is why I also changed the schedule to like accommodate for it for like a possible Monday stream as well. But you know how it is. It's always like that before a free day at work, right? Literally every time before a free day, the shit hits the fan. You have to like fix it before you can go on a little holiday. But thankfully I did, but at what cost, right? Now I'm a tired boy, which is why we probably won't be having a long stream today. To be honest, I want to like save some strength for tomorrow's morning stream, which I actually don't know what to play for tomorrow. I was thinking about maybe something retro, which is not so Reaver. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I was like looking at Oblivion, right? Yeah, do you guys remember when I played Oblivion? I literally streamed, you know, the original Oblivion game. I think it was before. If it was like, actually no, I'm pretty sure it was like before the remaster, which I wouldn't buy. I wouldn't buy that remaster, by the way, because it looks terrible, to be honest. But yeah, basically, as I said. Yeah, we're playing Oblivion like almost 2 years ago or something. Yeah, we played it literally once. I started the tutorial. I finished the tutorial for Oblivion. I failed it once, by the way, so you have to do it two times actually. And then I saved the game and just never played it again on stream. I don't know why. Because I actually wanted to play Oblivion. Like as I don't have like a big nostalgia for it, to be honest. Like I only played it like. Yeah. I think I remember. I think I've played like 2 times before. I didn't like finish it both times. I'm pretty sure I never went past the Imperial City those 2 times I've played Oblivion. Yeah, I only remember like doing the arena, and basically that was it. That was like my entire Oblivion playthrough, like both times. So this time I wanted to like give it a nice shot, right? I want to like give it like maybe a Steam series, so maybe that will return. Maybe Oblivion will come back, but I don't know. Basically the thing about Oblivion is, yeah, you have to like Oblivion modded to so the people stop looking like they have extra chromosomes. No, you don't get it. You don't get it, Severin. I want them to look at me like they have extra chromosomes. That's like Oblivion, right? Like I'm sorry, you can't have Oblivion without every character looking retarded, and you know, like having some problems. You want that. What's the point of like having a good-looking Oblivion, right? Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivious. yeah, kinda. That's a good point. But it is like a charm of Oblivion. You don't want to like get rid of that, right? Yeah, remember when the the remaster came out, right? And people were actually scared when like was both released and announced at the same time, that they like ruin their retarded faces, and they kind of did. They kind of did. Oblivion Remastered like looks way worse in my opinion. I mean, yeah, it is like more detailed, right? I mean, it has like 20 years of like improvements, quote unquote, but still, Oblivion 4 just looks, not Oblivion 4, Elder Scrolls 4, you know. Even though it looks fucking stupid and terrible, it does have this like, you know, charm to it, I'd say. Even though, as I said before, I don't have a nostalgia for it. I haven't played it on release. I played it like many years ago. Okay, maybe not like many. Maybe like 4 or so years ago. Basically, I played Oblivion when they started to sell it for $5. So yeah, basically have my box copy of Oblivion. I bought it for $5. So yeah, I did play it when. Yeah, but you know, I want to like take it for a spin again, you know. But yeah, as I was saying, I would like install it, but then I checked like the guide how to like, you know, the thing about Oblivion is just like with Fallout New Vegas, is that unfortunately you do have to mod this one. You do have to mod Oblivion because you know, the time wasn't kind to Oblivion, and there's like a lot of technical problems, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the game is like impossible to beat, or it's like very hard to beat if you don't have an unofficial patch to it. Aside from like, you know, 4 GB patch and stuff like that. And yeah, I remember I had like a lot of problems like setting it up last time. And basically like 2 days ago, I didn't have like energy yesterday to like set it up. I'll tell why soon, but yeah, basically I like checked out like a Steam guide how to make Oblivion run. Both run, you know, so to basically work, and also, you know, have an unofficial patch as well. And it was like 5 pages long. It's like 5 pages long instruction manual of like installing mods and like different software. And honestly, I don't remember Oblivion being like so hard to mod, to be honest. I remember it was like more plug and play, you know, you just add in a folder and that's it. You can like play the game. You can like play your mod, but no, you actually have to put some effort if you want Oblivion to like work. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure it will like work mostly fine, quote unquote fine. It will like work out of the box, but I'm pretty sure it's like impossible to actually record in OBS. And it's like impossible to alt tab, which, you know, it's a no-no. It is very much a no-no for streaming, right? So yeah, I do have to mod the game if I want to stream it. So yeah, that's a pain. As I said before, I'm not looking forward to modding the game, because yeah, I remember I need at least like 2 tries. I may be stupid. I mean, I am stupid, but I may be like really dumb, and I just wasn't able to do it properly last time when I did it. As I said, I needed like 2 tries. But now that I wanted to like both remembering how it went for me for the first time, and also seeing this huge manual, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to do it. And so I know, maybe we'll finally play Heroes tomorrow. I literally have no idea what we do. We'll do something probably. I don't want to start Blood West though. Blood West will be on Saturday, I think. Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. I think Saturday will be like a right time for it, you know. But yeah, as I was saying, these past few days were quite intense. Especially yesterday. Like yesterday was like like today was super hard. Yesterday was super unlucky. Like it was like strange. Yeah, yesterday I had like such a big unlucky streak. That was just, you know, it was just strange. What more can I say? It was like I was feeling cursed. I was literally feeling cursed yesterday. Like imagine that. Yesterday, first I overslept for like 30 minutes, which it's fine, I guess. I still managed like catch the bus. Although here's another problem when I catch the bus. I actually didn't catch the bus because it literally rode off when I arrived, so I had to wait for the next one. But you know, it was like okay, I did arrive at work and we did work. However, the problem started when I left work. First things first, I was like in a hurry, right? Because I need to be back at prison at like a particular hour. Because as I said before, during when I was like setting up my schedule, I was having a not fuck, I can speak. Sorry. Catch the back of it as it leaves. Yeah, exactly. That happened. But yeah, as I was about to say, I had a scheduled inspection for like my pipes in prison, so I had to like be there on time, right? So I was in a bit of a hurry after work. So yeah, basically, I did catch my return bus, but it was like so crowded that I have to like I had to like stand there in like an awkward position. It was actually so awkward that when the bus door, the automatic door would close. Then, you know, what can I say? It closed on me, and I got a bit squished there. You know, my organs got a bit squished yesterday. Thankfully, I don't think anything happened to me. I mean, I still think I'm alive mostly. It does hurt a bit, you know, in some places, but I don't think it's anything more than that. It didn't like squish me completely. I hope it didn't break my bones. I mean, I wouldn't know if it broke my bones or not. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, we're like, riding the bus, which couldn't even take its usual route, because I didn't know it at the time, because I did learn of it from the news. But the bus couldn't take its usual route because the road the usual road was like closed off because there was like a actual there was like a big accident there, and like from what I've seen, like 5 cars got hit on that road and basically just blocked the entire street. You know, there was like police and firefighters and everything trying to get it solved or whatever. So basically like the bus had to take a different route as well. And even when it take that different route, the streets were like crazy. Like I swear, even the bus I was like riding in almost got into like a car accident at least 2 times or something, you know. Because I remember there was like a car that was trying to like try to like fit before the bus would like drive through, right? It tried to like be sly and just sneak past it. Which you know, he wasn't so fast, so bus almost hit him as well. Thankfully, the bus driver did manage to, brake before he hit that car. But yeah, literally, even the bus I was driving in almost got in an accident. I was just that unlucky. But yeah, eventually my bus did drop me off when I was supposed to return. I was like almost at the prison. I was like, I was just one more street. There was just one more street left until my road back home to prison was complete. And yeah, during that road, it was like literally go past. Yeah, literally go past one street from one end of the street to another, right? And then just go through like a like a little driveway from like one building on route. And so yeah, basically like both of the times when I like both tried to cross the street on a green light, mind you, that was on a green light. And 2, when I was like walking past that driveway, I got hit by a car almost every time I tried to do that. I mean, I wasn't hit in the end. I did manage to like dodge out of the way. But yeah, I guess I wasn't the only one in the hurry, because those drivers were like really trying to like... I don't think they even cared about like passerbys, like pedestrians, right? They were just goal-oriented, right? They wanted to get to their goal as quickly as possible. Yeah, they were like playing GTA IRL, right? So I got lucky there. I did manage to dodge, and I know it sounds like, you know, I know it sounds like I was like walking in the streets of like you know, like an Arabian country or something, like, you know, in the Middle East. But no, it was in Europe actually, which, you know what? Never mind. I guess that fits anyway. So yeah, basically yesterday was very unlucky for me, very cursed. What can I say? What can I say more than that? But yeah, I guess like all of these last 3 days were like pretty hard and cursed a bit. But I'd say yesterday was like especially weird with how hard it is for me. But I did survive. For better or for worse, and thankfully all of my chores are done. I did manage to go. Yeah, I did risk it a bit, and I said to like leave my home, or, you know, leave my prison again after all of that happened, and, you know, did my shopping, did all of my chores. So yeah, we do have time for gaming today, even though I am still quite tired. So, you know, you will have to excuse me if I have to stop. But yeah, as I said before, tomorrow will probably also be a stream in the morning. So, you know, don't feel robbed of anything. Please don't. I don't want that guilt. Yeah, exactly, 7. I guess we're winning. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you can say. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Speaking of like misfortunes, but that's more of a minor misfortune. Because yeah, do you guys know that Tomodachi Life finally, after like 2 months of waiting, my physical version of Tomodachi Life finally arrived. It was like sent out surprisingly quicker than usual. So, you know, that's quite lucky, right? I was quite lucky. They finally sent my apparently very rare game as well. They finally sent it even before they were supposed to. So, you know, it's all good, right? Yeah. Although the problem is, they sent it for sure, but they sent it to a second prison address. So yeah, I don't have Tomodachi Life until next week, basically, when I return to secondary prison. Which, yes, this is like a good segue for announcement, right? Because yeah, next week I'll go back to secondary prison again. However, this time I will actually go and take my streaming equipment. So I hope we'll actually be able to stream. Yeah, I'll be like house sitting there in the second prison. So hopefully, since there won't be any other people like taking the internet, hopefully that won't like break again. Because last time when we tried to stream in the second prison, it was like very unstable, which I assume was because, you know, more other people were living there in the second prison. But no, this time I'll be all alone there. I'll be a lone prisoner, the only one on the block. So, you know, I'll try again. Especially since, as I said before, 1, we do have Tomodachi Life, and 2, I actually did purchase the capture card. Actually, no, it's not like a capture card. It's like a capture card, right? You connect to your console or whatever, and then you can apparently connect it to your PC, and it should just work. Apparently, I can say, we will see. It's not like not like Elgato or anything. It's like a very cheapo thing, right? It's like a very cheapo like video grabber, which I'm not sure at all if it will like work actually. I guess we'll see. You know, if it works, then it's good, and if it doesn't work, then, you know, it literally didn't cost me anything because I did I bought it using an old gift card I have, which wasn't expired yet. So yeah, I basically bought, I quote unquote bought a capture card, which is very cheap, but, you know, if it works, then it's great, basically. So yeah, when I return to the second prison. We'll probably try and do some Tomodachi Life, you know, because, you know, every time I was like very jealous of people playing it on stream because it looks like so much fun, right? And I really wanted to play it. And I finally will have my wish. I'll finally be able to stream Tomodachi Life, you know, months after everyone's bored of the game already and they're like moving on. I'll finally be able to do it as well and stream it. So, you know, we're so back, I guess. But yeah, I was thinking about like, also connected it to like its anniversary things, right? Because yeah, next month, June, is actually the month of anniversary. Is the month I started streaming. So yeah, we have to do something nice for it. And I do have some plans. And one of the plans is like playing Tomodachi Life and putting people on my island without their consent. So, you know, be very afraid of what we'll do. But, you know, that's for the future. That is for the future, so we'll see next week. But yeah, speaking of the future and seeing stuff next week, yeah, do you guys know that Paralife is coming out next week? Which apparently it does, and it kind of took me by surprise, to be honest. Oh god, this game looks terrible. This game looks terrible, but when it comes to like graphics, but from what I've seen, it's in early access, by the way. In case you guys don't know, this game is basically Sims 4, but not shackled by EA, which therefore makes it like 1,000 times better than Sims 4. And so yeah, this is like basically a Sims clone. It's been in dev for like forever, and it's finally like coming out in early access in, yeah, I think it's like Monday, I think. Yeah, it's actually Monday. I think we'll play it like on Tuesday, I think, instead. But yeah, I've been like curious about this game because yeah, as I said before, it was like in development for many years. It was also in development by Patreon, which, you know, usually means that the game that is like crowdfunded, quote unquote, by Patreon, it means it will like literally never come out. But no, it seems like it's time it will actually, you know, come out for real. Especially since I like delayed it. It was supposed to come out last year, if I remember correctly. Like last year in like November, I think. But yeah, it's finally like actually coming out in May. And from what I've seen from the trailers, they've actually made a lot of good progress. Yeah, apparently not even the beta, like the old version they have that they were supposed to initially release in like November or so. It was like very buggy. It was like even not working in the dev videos for it, like promotional stuff. But yeah, the new video that they shown off like showed a lot of cool things, you know. So it seems like they actually have a good. It seems like they have a good foundation for the game this time. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it. So, which is why I think we will check it out, especially since apparently they said one of their goals was to be able to make this game available for lower end PCs, which as you guys may know, it's actually one of the biggest strengths of The Sims 4, right? Because let's be real, most Sims 4 players are of certain gender, which is traditionally not very tech illiterate, right? Which means they don't upgrade their PCs very often. which is basically like the only strength of Sims 4, right? Because it's, even though it's like 30 gigs or something, it's like a horribly large game. It still works better than Sims 3, which was like a very ambitious open world game. But it was just so unoptimized, and you know, it barely works like even today, especially on the lower end PCs. So yeah, basically Sims 4 was like an answer to that. And yeah, apparently, as I said before, also look at the building. The building looks very good in this game, which is again another similarities to Sims 4, which also had like a great building tools, but the actual game was a bit ass. But building was great. That was like the only reason to actually play it, you know, just for the building houses stuff, which seems to be also a big thing in this game as well. But yeah, aside from that, there's like supposed to be a lot of other cool things that were already announced with the slots gameplay video. Like for example, there'll be like storytellers like in RimWorld, and the game's like supposed to be a way more, you know, make your own adventure kind of thing, like, you know, Sims 3 and 2 were back in the day. So yeah, what can I say? I'm quite interested. Even though the game looks like absolute ass, it looks like fucking Tumblr, the game. Yeah, I don't know, gameplay-wise, both gameplay-wise and, you know, and stuff like optimization and also modability. The game's like supposed to be very moddable as well, which is a big thing. Yeah, the game seems to be like have promise, right? It has potential, that's for sure. And what can I say? As a very old and disgruntled Sims fan, I want to go back to have a good Sims game. Damn it! Like, Sims 3 was amazing, but Sims 4 was like so bad it like killed my interest in the series forever. But thankfully, it seems like Paralives may actually deliver. Hopefully, I mean, let's see. Let's hope it won't be as bad as Inzoi. I mean, Inzoi wasn't like bad, but the problem with Inzoi was that it was like both very janky and also like very time consuming. You had to like do so many things to like even set up the game before you could even start playing stuff. You know, in addition to like the game having such large PC requirements. But yeah, it seems like Paralives will be both more lightweight and also more interesting. Lost interest in this one immediately when you said the character models. Yeah, the game looks like ass. That is certainly true. But yeah, as I said, eventually I assume you'll be able to mod it out. As I said before, the game is supposed to be very moddable. It was like already promised. Also, this is like another thing this game has over Inzoi. Because yeah, from what I understand, Inzoi has modding. Modding is like possible in Inzoi, and they like work on most tools, but there's like some stuff with EULAs and whatnot, which apparently makes it like unattractive to modders. Which I'm pretty sure is, yeah, I'm pretty sure they have like a clause that they can actually like steal your mod and just put it in the game, or you know, even like remove your mod if they wish to. Which I'm pretty sure is the same like in Subnautica too, which by the way is published by the same publisher, you know, Krafton. So you know. But yeah, as I said, we'll see on Tuesday. I will most probably buy this game because, as I said before, oh, they have Steam Workshop already. Damn, the game is not even finished yet, and they have Steam Workshop. God damn, now that's something. But yeah, as I was saying, even though the game looks bad, I still want to check it out. Yeah, especially when they announce all of that new stuff about the gameplay, like as I said before, the storytellers, like in RimWorld and whatnot, and you know, the sandbox stuff. Yeah, it looks like very. Oh god, the flag! They have the flag. Flag confirmed, guys. But yeah. Yeah, I'll still try it. I mean, it can't be that bad, right? As I said before, the gameplay stuff looks like very promising, you know. So you know, I'll still like check it out, even if it's risky. You know, I just hope it will be better than Sims 4. I mean, just be better than Sims 4, right? It's actually not like a large ceiling too. It's not a large milestone to beat, right? To be better than Sims 4. Literally anything can be better than Sims 4. Even Sims 1 is better than Sims 4, and you know, Sims 1 is a great game actually. But no, it's Sims 4 that's like so ass. Mods ban from Nexus for $500, please. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see here, the workshop is in there. The workshop is here. And I am quite sure that usually workshop stuff is not like moderated. You know, you have to like put something actually illegal to get it like banned from workshop. And so you know, there is hope. There's hope and possibility that you will be able to eventually, you know, mod the game as you know, as you wish, basically. But anyway, enough that. So as I said before, we will go and play it. Let's go to the widescreen for a bit. But yeah, as I was saying before, we'll see on Tuesday. I don't say I have high hopes. I don't have high hopes, but you know, I'll stay positive, I guess. I'll stay positive and I'll just hope it will be good. Also, thank you for the follow, LilaFern16. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, what can I say? Let's go and play the game, right? That's why we're here, especially since... Oh my god, were we like really like talking for like almost 30 minutes? Were we really? I don't believe that, you know. You can always obtain a pre-origin legal copy of The Sims 2. I mean, you can. I mean, I have both the origin copy. Actually, yeah. When it comes to Sims 2, I have a box copy with an expansion. I have a box copy of the University expansion as well. I have an origin version of like with all the expansions, which was given for free. And I also have the remaster. We actually did play remaster. We played it on Valentine's Day 2 years ago, you know. And yeah, I've actually been thinking about playing it again, you know. Like someday. Wait a sippy. Yeah, I can't believe we were actually like yapping there for almost 40 minutes. So you have to go and play the game, finally. As I said before, I'm running on a bit lower tank today. I had a very hard day today. But let's kill the music. Let's kill the music and play the fucking game. But yeah, I really had like some hammering for Sims 2 recently. I don't know why. And so yeah, I've been thinking about streaming it. Yeah, maybe we'll do it when I'm in second prison, actually. Yeah, since yeah, I assume like part of the reasons why the internet was so unstable in second prison was actually because we're like sending, you know, high quality footage. So I'll both try to play, you know, less resource intensive games, or you know, less visually intense games, and also on like a bit lower quality. So yeah, Sims 2 may actually fit the bill. Oh yeah, I remember why I was thinking about Sims 2 recently. Yeah, that's because I was watching Jerma playing Sims 2. Yeah, apparently he returned to the game like a few months ago, from what I've been seeing, which, you know, it's nice. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? And this is a hard truth, by the way. It's like a hard truth for everyone in this industry, I guess, if you can call it that. But yeah, what can I say? Watching a Jerma VOD is mostly way more entertaining than like watching a streamer like me, or like some other, you know, virtual streamers like myself, you know. Which is why you have to actually go and try harder with stuff like interactions and whatnot. Which you know, that's why I'm yapping so much. Because yeah, because you have to admit, most of us have nothing on a Jerma VOD. You know, aside from interactions with chat and whatnot. So, you know, if you want to interact with me, then feel free. Sorry for the Windows sound, by the way. My controller is like getting a seizure right now. But yeah, I've been thinking about Sims 2, so maybe we'll do it soon. But yeah, we're playing Reaver. I want to say again, but last time was a bit of a dud. Yeah, last time I played the game for a bit, and then I didn't save, and we lost all of our progress. Because apparently the game has no autosave. Which, no, it's fair, it's a PS2 game. I'm not that surprised by it. Also, let me check in OBS how... Okay, the volume is fine according to OBS, so I hope it is fine for you as well. But yeah, basically what we're going to do is... do it again. Or maybe not again, but this time we'll do it for real, right? This time we'll play like genuinely, and this time we'll make some progress. And also this time I will save the game. Trust the plan. Okay, let me just check one last thing if... Okay, we have the categories, we have everything nice and done. Very good. So let's go and start the game. And now and yes, we will watch all of the cutscenes again because they're awesome. And you know, the voice acting and stuff is awesome, and writing is awesome as well. So you know, enjoy.
Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel.
Oh yeah, this is peak.
When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
Very edgy, Kain.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could
Yeah,
I
this is
not?
cool.
One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
As I said last time, I love that they made the last fight of the first game a cutscenes very cool.
Better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil.
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgûl from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel.
No, it's over. We almost had him, boys. We almost had him. This time we do have to do it for real.
How it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds. Completely.
Okay, see ya, Kain. But it's like a really good game to play when you're tired, right? Because it has like a lot of cutscenes, so I actually don't have to talk. I can just chill and watch the cutscenes because they're fucking good. Yeah, the cutscenes are amazing. Like this is some prime PS2 pre-rendered cutscenes stuff. It's amazing. I love it so much. I mean, I guess it was upscaled a bit, but it still looks great. I love it.
Pawn and Messiah.
That's me.
Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
But yeah, this game is so cool. I'm glad I can finally like play it. Hopefully this time we can actually give it a fair shot. We won't like lose our progress this time.
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
When then? No, our Soul Reaver, it's over. No, give me back my Soul Reaver.
If you'd prefer I use my bare hands.
Razzie is so cool, man.
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
Do we believe him,
You
guys?
can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius.
No, we don't.
I know who and what you are.
We don't believe him.
Should kill you where you stand.
Yeah, do it! Do it!
Perhaps you should, my boy.
Yes, do it!
But you don't.
No!
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
Oh, time.
How
Nice
is it that you
pun.
know my name? We have never met.
I didn't know notice that was a pun.
Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel.
Old friend?
We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Yeah, I think we did that yaoi joke last time, right? If I remember correctly.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
So yeah, I
Yes.
almost made that same joke again.
The glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid.
It's
This
over
is a
for the
more
Seraphon.
cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. I
Degenerates.
slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me.
Yeah, don't believe him.
You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly.
Do you have a source?
We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then.
I can't believe he actually went with this entire...
Based on our common
Where's your
ground,
source?
We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you.
Okay,
Even now,
back to the Harry Potter
lying in wait for you.
big
Unaware that I've snatched
big casket
you
of
out the
water.
time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
That was like a very cranky Kain there.
Pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel.
Yes.
The embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our
Hi, Lay.
world. We who serve
How are you
the
doing?
pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel.
No, it's over.
But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage.
We are
Go
soul
to
suckers forever.
and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you.
Yeah, I know, he's useless
You need to
basically.
fear them, of course. They're no match for you.
Yeah, exactly. Resid's so cool, right?
Casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do.
Sure.
All great movements require a few martyrs.
Yeah, whatever you say, Mobius. You're good. That's good. That's good to hear. Hope you're having a fantastic
Alone
Thursday
now,
so far.
I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time streaming chamber. Its entrance
Wow, two
identical to
chambers?
the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
Yeah, I think we didn't manage to actually get to this crystal again last time. You know, before I forgot to save last time. Rip Eidos. Yeah, actually, was Soul Reaver 2 like already published by Eidos? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Soul Reaver 1 was like self-published by Crystal Dynamics, right? If I remember correctly. And because yeah, Crystal Dynamics also used to be a publisher as well. Yeah, I know it's Tomb Raider, guys. I know. Yeah, Blood Omen was made by Silicon Knight and published by Crystal Dynamics. But Soul Reaver 1 and 2 were made by Crystal Dynamics. And I thought both were like also published by them as well. They were like self-published. And from then they like sold to Eidos, if I remember correctly. I should also do MK Day 2. Yeah, actually I do have an MK Day, you know. How God, I can't believe I forgot the shortcut for MK Day. But yeah, I do have the first game on my list. I certainly have it in mind to like stream it one day as well. Oh, you mean MDK? Yeah, I think you confused me there for a bit. You mean MDK? You know, murder, death, kill, or also known as Mission Deliver Kindness. But yeah, I'm not sure about MDK 2, but we will play MDK 1. That's for sure. One day. Add that one to the pile, basically. But yeah, before I start to like talk about the HD graphics, looks like Kingdom Hearts. Actually, those are not HD graphics. Those are HD graphics. Those are original graphics from PS2. So yeah, today we're playing. Even though it's a remastered version, we are playing with the original graphics, and they look very good. I mean, I assume they are a bit upscaled, right? But yeah, the game looks amazing for 2001. Yeah, we did check last time. This game was made in 2001, and it looks great. You thought MDK was Crystal Dynamics? That's not it was BioWare. No, it wasn't BioWare. What are you talking about, that my guy? Those were the same guys that made Giants, Citizen Kabuto, and Sacrifice. I can't remember their name now. No, MDK was made. Yeah, maybe BioWare like made a port. They did used to make ports before they like went, you know, all out on RPGs. MDK game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was made by Shiny. Yeah, they were made by Shiny. Yeah, there is no BioWare everywhere. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, my man? Maybe the second game was ported by BioWare or something. Maybe the sequel. Hold on, let me check. MDK 2. Oh yeah, Actually, MDK 2 was made by BioWare. You were right. Yeah. The sequel is actually made by them. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, what can I say? Yeah, it's even like. Even like Greg Zeszczuk is like in credits and all of that. So yeah, that was like a BioWare production actually. Yeah, actually didn't remember that factoid. Although to be honest, I was like never into MDK 2. I mean, I did play MDK 1, right? Which again was made by Shiny, which was by the way a very cool developer. Unfortunately died. But it was like a great developer. It made stuff like again MDK, Earth for Gym, Messiah, Sacrifice, and even stuff like Enter the Matrix, which unfortunately I'm pretty sure you can't get anywhere. But they made like Matrix games as well. Very cool developer. Just find it very plushy that's like Postal too. You mean the game? You mean the MDK game? I mean, I can't really say I haven't really. Oh, we have a clunker there. We have a clunker. Be gone. Be gone, clunker. Oh yeah, they did make Matrix also Blue Clunker. Yeah, as I said before, that was Shiny. That was Shiny Entertainment, the guys who made MDK. Oh wait, it's quite strange that they didn't make MDK 2. I thought they also made the sequel, but no, it was actually BioWare. You know this BioWare, the one that made the greatest hit game ever, that DS Sonic game. You know, I don't remember how it was called, but yeah, BioWare made a Sonic RPG game on the DS, and the reception is mixed to say the least. Sorry, you know, yeah, exactly. I mean, at the very least, you have to give it to them. It was still an RPG, right? Sort of. But yeah, they sure did make a Sonic game. And they also made the Neverwinter Nights, which is a very good game as well. Which was also with the engine being a basis for The Witcher 1, which is one of my favorite RPGs ever. Like next to Fallout 1. So you know, there's always that. Yeah, the only RPG, exactly. Hi Holden, welcome, how are you doing? How's your first day going? Hope you're doing great. But yeah, as I said before, we've already been through this. We're just doing this again because I didn't save last time. I hope you're not late for my stream. No, don't worry, I'll be there for at least an hour more. Although I am tired today, as I said before, those last 3 days were... Whew, they were intense, so I am quite tired. But yeah, we're going to like play Soul Reaver 2, at the very least until the save point when I can finally save the game. We won't do the same mistake this time. But also tomorrow I'm going to have a earlier stream. We're gonna have a morning stream tomorrow as well, most probably. You gotta continue Witcher 1 even if it hates gamepads. Witcher 1 on the gamepad. No comment. I want to say something very, very rude right now, but what can I say? You do you, my man. You don't know. You know. I'd be like very liberal right now. I'd be like one of those guys who is like, oh, why do you care that those people like take heroin and then die from taking heroin or whatever? They get like addicted, and they start to have like their arms rotted, right? Like in Requiem for a Dream, right? And so you know, you do you. Crocodile. Yeah. I'm pretty sure crocodile is a type of heroin, right? It's basically like heroin that makes the rotting effect. Yeah, basically the rot gets much faster. It's a drug that literally eats your skin. Yeah, I know what crocodile is. I still remember. That was like one of the few drug PSAs we had at school. Like for some reason it was about crocodile. And funny enough, the side effect of taking crocodile in that PSA was actually not the arm rot, or like just rot in general, which is like the actually terrifying side effect of taking crocodile. But do you know what the downside was of it in that PSA? It was getting fucking AIDS, which, you know, I don't know. I'd still say that PSA would be like way more effective if it was about you know, having your fucking arm rot off. because this is gnarly. But yes, I've said this before. Also, the reason why we are watching all of the cutscenes again. Let's continue actually. But yeah, basically Basically, the reason why we are still watching all the cutscenes, even though we saw them last time, is one. Also, here comes our first fight, by the way. So let's go and take this halberdier. But yeah, basically, first reason is, as I said before, I am very tired today. So you know, whenever there's a dialogue, I can just chill and I don't have to like commentate, which is good. I am a very tired boy today, and two. Basically, I've heard that was more about Soul Reaver 1, but I guess it applies to this game as well. DMC. What do you mean about DMC? DMC Devil May Cry? I don't know. But as I was saying, the second reason why I'm watching the cutscenes again is that basically someone said about Soul Reaver 1 that the cutscenes are so good that literally no one ever skips them. And I agree, those cutscenes are amazing. So yeah, we're watching every cutscene today, even though we see them before, because they're amazing. Like, as I said before, the dialogue is amazing, the voice acting is great, and the writing is very good. Made by Amy Hennig, by the way. You know, the punished Amy. The woman denied her The Last of Us, basically. Oh boy, Crocodile, exactly. Oh boy, Crocodile is like a very, very good response to Crocodile, I'd say, you know? There we go. Yeah, I remember now. There we go. Impale that bitch. And of course, don't forget to do the sucking. Always gotta suck, never forget. It's very important in this game. Yeah, do I want that halberd or do I want that sword? Yeah, from what I remember, the sword kind of sucked last time. So we'll ignore it. But yeah, the problem with this game is that... Oh. Yeah, I think you guys seen that, but I was trying to play Dark Souls now. And I was trying to lock on by pressing my right analog stick, which in this game doesn't lock you on. It actually changes the graphics to the remastered version, which you don't want. We want the OG graphics, which looks very good. That's Kain's second fuck. I don't know about the fuck, but he does suck. He did suck Black in Blood Omen, but in this game we're playing as Raziel, and even though he is a vampire, he doesn't suck blood. But he sure does suck souls, so you know. Yeah, it's the name, right? This game is called Soul Reaver, not Blood Reaver. So that's what you're doing. There we go. Get the guy. Yeah, it's very satisfying. So yeah, unfortunately this is not a blood-sucking game. This is a soul-sucking game. So if you want to suck that particular fluid, you have to go and play Blood Omen. Yeah, very cool. But yeah, unfortunately the combat in this game is like very junky. That's like one downside. Like, it seems like there's like some sort of input delay. Oh god. Yeah, there seems to be some delay between me. Oh god. Between me pressing the button and then Raziel actually doing the attack. I mean, at least we can go and suck the soul. Wait, the main character of the game isn't Kain, no. Kain was the main character in the first game, which was Blood Omen. And in Soul Reaver 1 and 2, which is this game, Kain is actually the antagonist. He's the big bad guy. But yeah, in this game we are playing as a son of Kain. Sort of. We're like his vampiric son. Is this just a demonic version of Zelda? Actually yes. Actually yes, especially Soul Reaver 1. It's basically like an edgy Zelda. Which... yeah, I do want to throw it. There we go, that's how we throw. I'm not sure about this game yet, but the first game... yes, it was like very Zelda one. You know, it was like very similar to Ocarina of Time. I'd still say Ocarina of Time was better game. But yeah, Soul Reaver 1 was like very much Zelda style. It was like this, you know, action adventure game with puzzles, which is like also like a very much an exploration game. But yeah, basically this game is. Oh, never. Now we have a girl. See, there's your waifu, guys. But yeah, as I said before, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 is basically like edgy Zelda games. Actually, funny enough, Blood Omen, which is the first game in the series, you can actually call Blood Omen 1 like edgy version of Zelda, A Link to the Past. And when it comes to Soul Reaver, you can call it like edgy Ocarina of Time. So you can basically like call this entire series. Oh, give me that one. Oh, actually no, this is the same weapon. But yeah, basically like you can call this entire series like edgy Zelda, and it will like fit. It's basically appropriate to call it that. But also funny enough, I can't really say from my own experience because I was a PC gamer. I grew up with PC games. But when it comes to consoles, Nintendo was actually not that big in Europe. And actually PlayStation was like way bigger than Europe, which is why for a very long time Soul Reaver was like way more popular, you know, in Europe, especially in the UK, I think. Yeah, I think it was like very big in the UK, like even more than original Zelda games, you know, both Ocarina of Time and other Zeldas. Yeah, especially Soul Reaver 1. Soul Reaver 1 was like big back in the day, which I actually didn't play before. Even though it had a PC port, the PC port was like very junky, so I was like always afraid to check it out. And so yeah, I was like waiting for a very long time to actually play this series. But yeah, what can I say? I really regret it now because I'm sure I would love this series. I would love Soul Reaver when I actually played as a child. Okay, maybe not a child, but more of a teenager. You know, I think like most people, I was like edgy teenager. So this game is like would be like extremely up my alley. But you know how it is with regrets, right? At the very least, I can just experience it right now fresh. Which, from what I've heard from the fans, oh yeah, okay, I can actually pause the cutscene. That's nice. But yeah, as I've been hearing from the fans of these games, yeah, apparently they would like give a lot, like experience it again, you know. So yeah, I assume we're lucky at that, right? I assume we're lucky. We can finally go and play the game ourselves. And yeah, I've been quite enjoying the series, even though, yeah, I said before, the biggest downside to Soul Reaver 2 that I've noticed from both playing this on last stream and this one is that the combat's like very junky. As I said before, it's actually way more clunky than it was in Soul Reaver 1. Which, you know, Soul Reaver 1 was like not the smoothest game, but this one's even worse. So that's very concerning, I'd say. I know, maybe I'll be able to eventually get used to the combat, but it's been very junky so far. Yeah, but I guess we'll see. You know. But yeah, it really seems like there's like some input delay. Although, as I can see, I don't know if there actually is. It's very weird. Let's continue. We have a cutscene.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
No, he defiled us. No, I'm not going to make another yaoi joke. We did it last time. Oh. God, this is so clunky. Also, another thing I don't like about the combat. As you can see, the lock-on has a range. Like, see? I'm holding lock-on here, right? And it's like locked on. But then I go this way, and the lock-on just breaks. Yeah, which is another chunky part. Yeah, unfortunately the combat is very rough. Come on. Okay, I can impale this guy. Hopefully. Come on, get him, get him. Get him, Raziel. There we go. Oh, yes, you still alive? This is a hardy fellow. Come on. Get him. There we go. Yeah, this is good. Thankfully, a nice thing is that those guys are not vampires, so we can actually get back our weapons. We don't have to suck their souls. Because as you may remember, in the first game, to kill a vampire, you have to like impale them. You know, it was like the easiest way to kill a vampire. However, you had to suck their soul out, or else if you actually got the weapon back, their soul would actually return to them, and they would just resurrect. So that was a bit problematic in like when fighting multiple enemies. But thankfully those guys are humans, so we can just attack their souls later. Very convenient. I actually wonder. I mean, I assume we will get some vampiric enemies. I mean, this is Soul Reaver, right? We do have to fight some vampires. I mean, we have to fight Kain, right? So that must also happen. Okay, I remember. Here we have a metal gate. So we know what to do, right? Also, Soul Reaver is back, as you can see. We have our weapon back. There we go. Yeah, actually the effects are not that different in the remastered. Yeah, the OG. Yeah, what can I say? The OG graphics look very good for 2002. Like, you have to remember, sorry, not 2002, 2001. Even better. But yeah, what can I say? 2001 was like, you know, it was like a year with like a lot of like graphically impressive games came out. Yeah, I assume it's because it's the first year of PlayStation 2. You know, it was the launch year. But when it comes to like PC games and whatnot, especially stuff like Max Payne, yeah, those games like still look great. They still look amazing. Like, for example, the texture work looks great, as you can see. I mean, as I said before, I assume it, even though it's still like supposed to be original graphics, I assume it's still at least a bit upscaled, right? But it looks amazing. I really like it. I mean, as I said last stream, yeah, we played Soul Reaver 1 on like remastered graphics, because I'd still say the PS1 graphics for Soul Reaver 1 actually looked really bad, to be honest. I mean, aside from the art style, yeah, I'd say the graphics in the first game were like so bad, they were like so primitive, that they actually ruined the art style a bit, right? So I played that game in the remastered version, but here the OG version of the graphics actually looks very decent. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying the look. And again, now we know what to do. So we can just go through here, and there we go. We can just phase through. Yeah, I still have no idea how someone who like never played Soul Reaver 1 is supposed to, you know, is supposed to figure it out. Because yeah, phasing through metal grates was like an upgrade in the original game, right? That was everything in Soul Reaver 1. So yeah, basically, if you started with Soul Reaver 2, then you're kind of fucked. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess you could like figure it out eventually by yourself, or you know, like buy a strategy guide or something. But yeah, that's a bit strange, especially since the game did show us a tutorial before, right? It like gave us a tutorial for like basic moves, so I don't know why they didn't give us a tutorial how to like both shift the plane. and those like phase through metal gates. That's a bit weird. Also, we also have a map. Yeah, we didn't have it in the original Soul Reaver one. Yeah, we had it in the remaster, but in this game we had a spell that actually shows us the map of the world, which, as you can see, isn't very useful. But it's there. So that's like already like a big step up from Soul Reaver 1, you know, the original game. The original version, which didn't have a map. Yeah, that's quite nice. And as you can see, our goal is to go to the pillars, because of course, where else would Kain hang out than at the pillars, right? You have to remember, Kain is like Guardian of Balance, if you remember Blood Omen. So yeah, of course he's at the pillars. But yeah, unfortunately we can go through this gate. It will be like opened. Yeah, see, even... Yeah, that's a bit of an inconsistency, because, you know, both of those gates are metal, but we can only go... But we can only face through this one. However, this is actually a door, so we actually need a body to open it. That's fine though. Thankfully now we know what to do. So let's shift back. Yeah, of course we have to remember about the signature thing about this game, right? Or, you know, this series, which is basically like phasing between two worlds, which was very cool back in the day, right? And funny enough, barely any game actually do anything with, you know, the two worlds kind of thingy, right? It's like being in two worlds and phasing through both mechanic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure only like Lords of the Fallen, funny enough, the new one, actually did something with that. That was actually pretty cool. That was one of the few cool things about that game, which was pretty mid.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed star.
But yeah, it started with Soul Reaver. As I said, it was like a signature thing about this. Anyway, a cutscene. Let's watch. We love the cutscenes in this game, right?
I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning.
When Raziel speaks, you listen, okay?
If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Okay, so we have a Reaver now again. Yeah, I remember how it works now, but... What are these guys doing here? They weren't here... Yeah, they weren't in the Soul Realm. Like the Spirit Realm. Or whatever that's supposed to be. Okay, so Mobius told us not to kill too many of them. Oh, and she already got my Reaver. God damn it. Come on, give me my soul to suck. There we go. Okay, this is so junky. Come on, suck, suck, suck. Do the sucking, Raziel. Quickly, there we go. We are so back. Okay, I remember there was like a lunge attack. What's going on? Yeah, the controls are so strange. As I said before, this game is like primo jank when it comes to combat. There we go. Get that soul, Raziel. It's still not enough for the Reaver, so I'll kill another one. Yeah, I remember there was like a launch attack in the first game. Yeah, see? It's still here. I guess I just can't look in. Come on. Yeah, I guess she does have a range advantage with her halberd. But yeah, see, this is strange. Yeah, look at Raziel now when I'm locked on. Yeah, see? I'm not pressing a stick now. I'm actually not pressing the stick. I just like nudged it slightly, and Raziel actually walks by himself. Okay, I guess I can see. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think we have managed to find the source of junkiness. Yeah, there is There is no input delay. Raziel just walks on his own. He has to complete his little walk here. So that is a very bad change, actually. The first game didn't work like that. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I guess that's why the first game felt way more smooth. Actually, let's go and see the controls. If we can, like, change it, maybe. Because it is very weird. I guess we can't. Yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, as you could see, like, you can see it now because you're not locked on. But yeah, basically when you're locked on, Razzie doesn't actually move your analog stick. He actually moves with the. He actually has like this like little walk cycle he has to complete. Which, yeah, it's so janky. Not even Zelda worked like that. And that game was like N64. This is PS2. So yeah, I really don't like it. Come on. Come on. Come on, fiend. There we go. There we go, nice. Impale that bitch. There we go, I have my Soul Reaver back. Which was basically useless because we're going to lose it soon. But still, yeah, we don't need that. Throw that away. Hey, come on, let's try to... Let's go for the bullseye. Come on. Come on, Raziel, do it. Ah. That was like way overshot. Where did it go? Yeah, where's my spear? Is it like stuck there? Yeah, I think it is. You can kind of like... Okay, it's either a seam in the texture or it's my spear. But yeah, where's my spear? They got my spear, it's so over, man. I can't believe it. Anyway, cutscene time.
The stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously
look at the skulls.
the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade.
Yeah, I made that joke last time, but basically, I know what that is. I played Blood Omen. Yeah, basically this stained glass here shows you a scene from Blood Omen, the first game. And as I said last time, I really liked that, even though the game was made by different developers. As I said before, the first game was made by Silicon Knights, and Soul Reaver series was made by Crystal Dynamics. But yeah, I really like that even though the developers were different, they still like very much took care to to keep making the story consistent across the series, which yeah, I'm quite enjoying. Yeah. Basically, it's like one of those series that you actually don't want to skip the first game, even though it seems like very very old, very old and junky. And funny, even though funny enough, I'd say Blood Omen is like the best one out of the bunch. I don't know, maybe Soul Reaver 2 will be better. We still have to see. We have yet to see if Soul Reaver 2 will be able to dethrone Blood Omen, which unfortunately Soul Reaver 1 did not. I still prefer Blood Omen to that one. I guess we'll see. But yeah, as I said before, I know what that is. I clapped when I saw William the Just and Kain fighting each other with their Soul Reavers. yeah, they were touching the tips of their Soul Reavers there. You can see it in the stained glass there.
I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire.
You know, next to the
How
skulls.
Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement.
There it is.
The Soul Reaver itself.
Ooh, title
laid
drop.
out like a holy
There it is.
and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible.
Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down.
I remember,
Thus,
I know what that
the
is.
spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released,
Okay, I'll stop.
and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade.
Now we are the Soul Reaver.
But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host.
Very cool.
And just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius.
Yeah, the guy is
Has
sketchy.
your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind.
Yeah, he doesn't have his big
Is that
stick.
where all your courage comes from?
Yeah, he has a big stick. That's where his courage comes from. That's true, Raziel. That's true. That's Mobius. I mean, we met that guy in the Blood Omen, and so we know that we shouldn't trust him, right? And even Raziel knows that, so we know. This guy is sketchy. This guy is sus, one may say.
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this.
I'll do it.
While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate.
He said the thing.
inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant.
Yeah, we don't want that, I guess.
Believe even you would take that risk.
Not really.
I tire
Yeah,
of
see?
the games, Mobius.
He doesn't want to.
Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Yeah, he's a pussy. Let's not
Go,
concern
Raziel.
ourselves with
Seek
him.
Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
Ooh, so edgy, Raziel. Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah, Raziel is so cool.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin.
Yeah, I told you he's sketchy.
That'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
God damn it. Damn it,
I
who
could now summon the blade.
could have killed him right there and then.
But once summoned, The blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Yeah, apparently... Yeah, that's like a change from the first game. Because as you could see it before when you like... Yeah, we're like here, right? Actually, no. We're in that room. Yeah, in the first game and before this new upgrade, so to speak. Basically, the Reaver would like appear every time we're at full health in the...
So this was the
let me speak, Raziel. Yeah, basically Reaver appeared when you were at full health in the real world, and it was always there in the soul world, but in this game you can actually summon Reaver whenever you want. However, you do have to like feed him, which we actually haven't seen yet, so I guess we will see it eventually, how it works.
legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villages below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body.
Ooh, metal.
This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness.
I know what that
It
is.
was supposedly imbued with the
Yeah, I'm
power
sorry.
to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Yeah, I don't know, I mean, Heart of Darkness is like a really cool item, so maybe he actually was a cool guy, you know? But yeah, basically, Heart of Darkness, I think I said it last stream as well, but Heart of Darkness was actually, it was like basically a fairy from Zelda, right? Basically, whenever you died, it will restore your health. I think to the full as well. So that was like one of the best. That was like the most important item in the entire game. If you wanted to get through it, especially since there was like a lot of dickish sections in that game. But as I said before, that's like really cool how this game like takes stuff from the other games, or you know, from the first game even, not even made by the same devs, and like does stuff with it. It's really cool. I really like it. Oh, let me tap twice to activate the Soul Reaver. Oh wait, that's right, we can also do it. We can also do it with the sack button. Yeah, see? It's here. Okay, yeah, I see. Whenever I use the Soul Reaver, there's like this little meter there. So I assume when you reach it, it will like take our life or something, I don't know. I still don't know how it works yet. We haven't went as far last time. Okay, so that's where you were. Okay, yeah, that's where the Soul Reaver was. And yeah, it's closed now. Yeah, fucking Mobius closed the door, and we can get through. Okay, so I assume the map still shows. Yeah, it still shows the pillars. So you have to go there, and the pillars are to the west, as you can see. Okay, so I guess we need to go this way. I mean, this is west, right? I mean, it's south. It's southwest. So it's actually not where we want to go, but maybe we do. We don't really see another route. No, Kain. Sorry, not Kain, Raziel. Kain was in the other game. But no, hide your Soul Reaver. You don't have to like show it to everybody, right? You know, you don't have to just whip out the Soul Reaver and swing it around, you know. You can leave it for special occasions. So look at the rat. No, come back, rat. Okay, the rat escaped. Hello there. Oh, I did it. I managed to do the attack. Yeah, I want to see if not locking on would make the combat better, but no, it's still floaty. So yeah, I think I just need to get used to the Swedish lock-on. Oh god, he got me there. There we go. Again. Tasty soul. Now we also have a... Yeah, look at this cool sword. It's like a falchion. It's very large. You can see those guys mean business, right? They're supposed to be crusaders against vampires. And so yeah, of course they mean business, right? Yeah, we have this... Yeah, with this like nice running stub. Yeah, step, 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 step. Yeah, okay. We can surely use it later. Another cutscene. Yeah, you guys go and watch it. Oh, sorry for the Windows sound. But yeah, you guys watch the cutscene. I'll go and fetch my second water bottle. So let me just mute myself and I'll let you...
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile
Pure boy.
phantasm I had become, and a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it.
Why contain it?
All I wanted at
I'm
this
sorry.
moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
Oh, there they come. Oh yeah, you could see like a patrolling guard there, which I found kind of funny. We kind of like went past him in the cutscene. But I guess he saw us, so he called for reinforcement. Actually, let me check if I'm still muted. I hope I'm still not muted. That would be embarrassing, right? That would be very embarrassing if that happened. And I think we're good. Okay, so we can continue. But yeah, basically, as you can see, Raziel used to be an e-boy, but he got a massive twink death, sorry. And that's the situation we find ourselves right now. I mean, I guess he was also an e-boy as a vampire. And his like current state. Oh, look at! Oh yeah, I almost forgot. You can cut off heads if you have the sword, which is it's very cool. Hey, come on, Raziel. You're fucking up. But yeah, I like that there are different weapon types in this game. Yes, as I said last stream, yeah, because in the first game we only have the spears, but now we have like swords. Very big swords, as you can see. Which can also like cut off heads, which is very nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, right? And now it's close. Oh, actually no. That's like a close in general. We came from there. Okay. I assume we can like unlock it later. Yeah, if the game's like still supposed to be Zelda-ish, kind of like open world kind of affair, you know, not really like an open world, but like a, you know, Metroidvania almost. You know, basically Zelda-like. I assume we'll like return here later and we can use this gate. Maybe it's like, you know, the road from Undead Parish to Firelink Shrine by the elevator, something like that. But yeah, as you can see here, you have like Duma, you have Zephon, you have Turiel, and you have Rahab. You know, all the bosses from the first game are like all here, and of course Melchiah. Don't forget about that guy. So yeah, we met all of them. They were like bosses in the first game, and now they're dead. Now they're like super dead, I guess. Yeah, basically like their older forms are like dead now, including our own, because they were vampires. They were changed to vampires by Kain, and then I killed them again in their evolved forms. And so yeah, basically it's like this It's like this nice scene where you can see them as humans. Very cool. Let's keep going. I do need to suck some souls. Yeah, unfortunately, because the combat is so junky, I'm like losing health all the time. I can't like really figure it out. Okay, that's the door. Let's see if there's something else. I know, maybe they're like health pickups like in the first game. I can't really see what's here. Oh, come on, that's like a completely different... That's not the same texture. It's like a completely different one. Yeah, I see. That's like a fake remaster, right? Yeah, that's so fake, man. It's so over. Yeah, I guess they just weren't able to get like original file of something. They're also the same pictures as well. They're like the same textures. You can see, as I said before, this game looked very good for 2001, but you can certainly see the limitations. For example, this is the same texture everywhere. And it's still good looking in the game though. Although it's mostly like seen in cutscenes, but I find like very funny when you get like a close up to Raziel. And you can see his face like bending weirdly to like simulate you know, the facial expressions, which I guess he doesn't have because that's his facial expression. That's like the only face Raziel can do. He kind of like lags the jaw, you know, the lower jaw. So yeah, that's basically how the real Soul Sucker looks. So Reaver one may say even. So yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, this texture is better. You can actually see what's in it. Yeah, check it. Okay, yeah, as you can see, since this texture is like actually visible, you can like read it. They were like also able to remaster it, but funny enough, when they remastered the stuff that you can actually see clearly in the original, then it's not that much better. So yeah, basically like the OG game looks like very good. It's a very good looking game for its time. Which is why you're playing it in these graphics and not the remastered ones. There we go, that's a nice stream.
And for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth.
Corpse.
A lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
That's true, that's where the map told us to go. But yeah, Raziel is right, like compared to the first game, this game is like very colorful, right? I mean, yeah, there were like some pockets of color in the original Soul Reaver. Or rather the first Soul Reaver game, but this game is like already way more colorful. Yeah, I do enjoy that. Yeah, it does return a bit to the world of the very first game, the Blood Omen. Which, you know, was still like not vampiric, it was the wasteland. Yeah, the first Soul Reaver is like almost a not even like almost. It is a post-apocalyptic game. You know, like that game that I don't want to say. You know the one. We did beat it like last weekend. You know the one, the meme one. There we go. And as we established last time, we are actually able to swim. They didn't took that upgrade away from us, which yeah, I do appreciate that we can actually, you know, we didn't lose anything from the first game when it comes to upgrades, and we don't have to reclaim it. I mean, at least for now. But it's been a while, so I assume we'll be able to keep our upgrades, and that would be nice. But yeah, I guess if you have like literally never played the first game, this would be like a nightmare, right? I mean, you don't know, like you can swim, I guess. I mean, especially since you're a vampire, but You have to remember, in the first Soul Reaver game, water literally killed you. It literally like put you straight into the soul form. So you have to be careful. And only like later in the game you would get an upgrade. But now we have it initially. Same as phasing. So yeah, I assume this game is like hell. If you never played Soul Reaver 1, or you know, only played it, didn't finish it, then got all the upgrades, and you have like, don't remember that you can actually swim or like phase through walls. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. You have to like do the jump. There we go.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Yeah, that's where I ended up last time. This is what I thought was the save point. And needless to say, it was not a save point. Yeah, what's that? Oh, okay, so that's like a contraption. Let's see what it does. Okay, it will like open the dam. That's fair. But yeah, this time I won't make this mistake. Although I do want to see how it looks in the soul realm. Yeah, I thought that would like give me 3 souls or something. But it does not. Yeah, especially like this looks like a hourglass, right? You could consider this kind of like a symbol of a save point, right? But unfortunately not, and it did fool me last time, which is why I didn't save the game. Now I may be a bit fucked. Yeah, I still wonder what that is. I keep seeing these things everywhere. Oh, actually, is that what? This looks like one of those things in the first game, when you actually had to like spin around to activate it. But yeah, I'm in a slow form now, so I guess I can do it. Oh, what happened? Oh, Razzie got a bit stuck there. But yeah, is there a place here somewhere where I can recover my real form? I want to be a real boy again. There it is. There it is indeed. Yeah, thankfully you can actually swim, so we won't die when we recover. There we go, nice. Okay, let's try now. If not, I remember that contraption we had to like spin around. I think it only works in the physical realm. No, Raziel. I want you to swim. Yeah, just swim, just swim. He's so slow. Yeah, when he swims and he's not submerged, he's like very slow. Come on, Raziel. There we go. Okay, let's try now. Although it's even like normal movement is junkier than the first game. Yeah, I don't remember. Was the spin supposed to be clockwise or counterclockwise? I can't really say. Yeah, I guess it doesn't work here. Or maybe it's not the spinny thing. I really can't say. Okay, get my sword back. There we go. Now we can go and keep slashing heads. Very nice. Yeah, I assume we can like go and open this door somehow later. For now, let's go when the game leads me. Hopefully one day I will find that checkpoint, you know. The one I was promised. Come on. Oh, what's that? Did you guys see that? It looked like there was like a structure here. But no, it's just... That was like really strange effect. Hold on. Maybe I can get it again. That was very weird. Hold on. Okay, now I can control my camera. Yeah, see? Oh, I think I understand what it is. Yeah, this is like the graphical bug from the fishes, right? From 3,000 years ago. Yeah, exactly. I want my save point, damn it. God told me in a dream that it'll be here, and it's not. Yeah, I said before, last time we thought that was safe, but it was not. Which is why we're playing the game again from the start.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned
Oh,
to
I think that is the save point.
by simply touching the symbol.
Yeah, it
They
is.
preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return
Yeah, it
when
is.
weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Okay, so basically, if I like played for a bit more last time, I would be able to find that save point. Okay, what can I say? That's on me. That is totally on me. Yeah, save game. Do it. There we go. Yeah, I guess I should have remembered. That's basically how it was in the last game. But you know, I was like thinking, you know, that was like PS2. That's basically when like autosave started, right? So I assumed, you know, it'll be the same. Spoiler, it was not the same. And I lost quite a bit of progress. Actually, this looks like the... Give me Soul Reaver. It looks like the thingy that we could like put our Soul Reaver in the first game. But no, it does not. It does nothing here, unfortunately. But yeah, we did it, boys.
While I had only
We got a milestone. We found a save point. We did it. I'm so happy.
just escaped the stronghold,
We did made
I
progress.
sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry.
Oh, it's
The
sparkly.
gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Interesting. Is that a crystal? I wonder. If we get a Soul Reaver. Yeah, in the first game we were able to like shoot with our Soul Reaver. Did it work? No, unfortunately our Soul Reaver shot did not work here. So I assume we just have to find something for the crystal. Okay, it seems to be our first dungeon, which was also where we started the game, and then we escaped. Okay, interesting. Okay, we can go and glide, just like in the first game. Wee. Oh, yeah, that was close, huh? Yeah, I'm still not so used to the movement when you're locked on. God, it's so junky. God damn. Come on, Gare. There we go. Don't forget the soul. Come on, give me the soul. Make a human drown in a body of water. Let's fucking go. Okay, so that's good to know, because you could also kill enemies in the water in the first game, but those were vampires. Actually, let's do something funny. Hi there. Surprise! Oh. Yeah, I didn't miss. But that did look a bit underwhelming. I don't think that hurt her very much. See? There we go. She didn't seem to troubled by that attack. Okay, let's get the halberd. What can I say? With this weird ass lock-on system, I think we do need some range. Over there! Gabagool, bring it over here! Oh, he's having a... He's shooting at me. He's a shooter. He's playing Call of Duty while I'm playing Soul Reaver. What a guy. There we go. Well, it seems like we're going to get another semi-checkpoint here. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I like the slam with the halberd. Wrong enemy, Raziel. Come on, get his ass. I know we can do it. Come on, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, thankfully this guy doesn't attack that much. There we go, nice. Come on, get his head. Oh. Oh, we were too late. That's sad. Okay, here are two ladies actually. Oh, come on. That was so close. That was an embarrassing miss. Don't worry though, we can do it. Trust the plan. Okay, that's two ladies. And they always give me trouble. Come on. You got a lucky slam there. There we go. Yeah, what can I say? The impaling move is so good in this game. I mean, it was like satisfying in Soul Reaver 1, but here is even better. It feels so nice. Oh, that was embarrassing. Yeah, we hit like both each other at the same time. That was really embarrassing. Oh, now that I think about it. Can I go and get this guy's gun? Oh, I can. Yeah, drop that. Drop it. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's lame. That's lame. I wanted to play Call of Duty as well. But I guess it's speed for me, or, you know, the halberd. It's fine, though. As I said before, impaling people is fun. I mean, you know, Dracula was into it, right? He was known as the Impaler. So I assume he liked a good halberd. And technically we are a vampire. Oh, he's shooting at me. Oh, did you see that? He like dodged me by jumping. Yeah, this is a gamer right there. There we go. Can I get my halberd back? Thank you. Oh, that's nice music there. Nice and peaceful. But yes, I would love to say, yeah, this looks like we finally have a fork in the road, but no. It's only stone here. We can continue through here. Yeah, so far the game is like very linear. Like I remember the first game was like, yeah, it started like quite linearly, but it went open pretty soon. It's like way more similar to Zelda, as we established before. But so far, the second game is very linear. Actually, I wonder, is there something here? Any goodies? Any goodies under the bridge? I don't know, maybe like some homeless people, maybe? I guess not. Yeah, this thing is everywhere. So yeah, since literally nothing else worked for it, and it's way too common to be a decoration, and I assume we need like an item for it, or something. Oh, what's that? That was a fake bird. Spooky. But yeah, if you ignore the bodies, if you ignore like the bodies impaled with the spears, and yeah, it's quite peaceful here. Oh god. Oh no, that's a fast enemy. Okay, thankfully he died very quickly. But yeah, I was worried there for a bit. I was afraid of like FromSoft dog situation. And what can I say, with this chunky combat, I am not equipped at all to handle it from soft dog right now. Okay, so far so good. And don't mind me. Okay, I guess this is once again a decoration. Nothing to do here. Yeah, the game's like very linear so far. There's another one. It's me. Wait, actually, who's the first one? Is he talking about Kain? Yeah, I think the vampires at this point are still supposed to be, you know, pretty rare. It's only during like Kain's reign that he was able to, you know, make vampires win. Yeah, drop it. I don't want that. I don't. Who wants a sword when you have a halberd, right? Again, more reach. Easier to kill shit with it. Okay, can't get this one either. And there's our next checkpoint. Nice. We have another shooter there. It's gotta be a bit careful. There we go. Ow! Bad dog. Very bad dog. No! Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that was a bit of a goof. Let's try again. Yeah, I assume we won't be able to like grab the guys like in the first game, since they're not vampires. One game. Get him, Raziel. Yeah, I tried to grab him, but I guess we can do that when we have a spear equipped. Okay, there we go. We have a nice checkpoint there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, where's the guy? Where's he spotted me? But yeah, this looks like a nice secret there. If there's a secret, it's here. But no, it was no secret. Yeah, I'm actually a bit disappointed, you know, even though the first Soul Reaver game was like very confusing most of the times, even more than like Zelda, because you know Soul Reaver was like very vague with directions and whatnot. Yeah, this game is just, you know, so linear. You know, that's not the way, my man. That's not the way. You know, I'd say like better. You know, I prefer more open world and better directions than no open world and just linearity, you know. Yeah, so far it's quite, aside from combat, that's like a disappointing part of the game so far. But I don't know, it seems like there are some places. It looks like there are some places that we can actually go and.
These vampires.
Sorry, Razia, let me pause you for a minute. But yeah, I hope the game opens up eventually. Yeah, as I said before, there are some places that seems that we'll be able to return to. So I guess we'll see.
Had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seem to retain
Hi, awesome knight, welcome.
Humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been.
How's your first day going?
These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed.
Oppressed.
And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Oh no. Is Raziel becoming Vogue? I think he's becoming Vogue, guys. Oh no. It's over. We can't call this game base anymore. Yeah, it's so over. We will never go back from this. You've been working hard. Oh, I see. Yeah, what can I say? I hope you did find some satisfaction in your work. Yeah, I was working hard today as well. I am very tired, actually. But yeah, I hope aside from working hard, you had a pleasant day. Is this the beginning? Yeah, it's basically like after the intro. We finished the intro like 10 minutes ago or so. And now this is supposed to be the actual game, although it is still very linear. So we may actually be still in the tutorial. But yeah, so far it's been like very linear. Wait, I work like a job? Yes. I literally never hide the fact that I work a job. You know, that's why I can stream. That's why I can stream as often as I can. But yeah, I do work a job. I even got like an extended contract this week, so you know. Streams are financed for this year, or you know, for the next year, rather. This looks like medieval. Oh, you mean like medieval game? No, you know, the old PS1 game, which I actually never played. But yeah, I guess they're quite similar, right? I mean, I never played medieval, but I assume this is also like this action adventure type of game, you know, kind of like Legend of Zelda. Yeah, the PS1 game. Yeah, I never played that one, but I do want to. Yeah, is that PS4 remake any good? But yeah, if it is, then I may look into it. But of course, actually no, I did hear that the PS4 remake gives you the first game as well, so maybe I should go look into it. Oh yeah, that's a very nice music. Most of the Euros, you know, are jobless. So really, I mean, honestly, from like all of the streamers I watched, most of whom are like from the US, like literally all of, you know, or Canadian. Literally all of them are jobless, and funny enough, like all the Euro streamers, you know, aside from Ramnor, yeah, they do have the job, so we know. I think you're trying to like spread propaganda there, my man. I don't believe you. Euros are hardworking citizens, you know. We have to pay for all the immigrants, right? So we have to have a job. Okay, let's not go deep into that topic though. You know, I know you think it's the upgraded graphics, yeah, I know. But I did hear the game also had like, apparently it has like a actual original game as well inside of it, so you know how it is with the remakes, right? Especially when you have stuff like Demon's Souls, when they absolutely butchered an art style. So that's why I've been a bit wary of both Shadow of the Colossus remake and also like medieval. But yeah, if it has like PS1 game inside of it, then you know, I'll check it out for sure. Matrix has a job. Yeah, I know that. But sorry, Ramner, yeah, see, I told you. But you know, just you shouldn't you know. You shouldn't judge all Europeans by Ramnor, okay? Ramnor is an alt-right. You have to remember, Ramnor is a Greek. He's a Greek man, right? And most of Europeans are not Greeks. Most of Europeans actually pay for the Greeks, so you know. You know. Yeah, come on, Razia, let's push the lever. Oh, I have to hold it. Yeah, we actually have to hold the lever. Yeah, that's technology, right there. You have to remember, this game was made. Yeah, this game may be like a PS2 launch title actually, or like very close to launch. It's from 2001. I mean, this remaster is like from last year. But yeah, the actual game was made in 2001. Our tax dollars going to a Greek. Or to Greece. Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually true. I mean, you may have remembered from the news that Greece was like bankrupt at least a few times. And they are in the EU, so guess whose money went for them to like pay off their debts? Literally every other country from the EU. So yeah, we are literally paid for the Greeks. So we know. Oh, my Game Pass stopped working. There we go. So no, that's not even a joke. That's actually what happened. Oh, did you see that? Raziel like opened the door with his leg.
Pillars of Nosgoth.
Oh, there they are.
Pristine, whole,
yeah,
and uncorrupted.
Oh, so is this game like? Yeah, this game may actually no. There was actually a time there yeah, when we were in the cathedral, or this like cathedral thingy, there was actually an image of Kain. So yeah, that's interesting. Because yeah, the pillars are pristine, but they were said to become corrupt in Blood Omen, which is basically when that fight that we saw took place in the cathedral. But now they are pristine. So yeah, it seems like this game is supposed to be, or no, right now we are supposed to be before the Blood Omen. But I don't know, maybe it's because it's because of the time shenanigans. Because you have to remember, this is actually the time travel story. Yeah, we are time travelers. Even now, we are from the future. Now in the past. Yeah, okay. I think I remember now. In Blood Omen 1, we went back to the past to slay William the Just, which then changed the future so that the vampires would get persecuted. Okay, I see now. So I assume now we are basically in that point in Blood Omen when either like before or like a little after the end of the Blood Omen. So yeah, that's quite interesting.
I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the
There he is,
destined to destroy them.
There's Kain. From the Legacy of Kain series. There he is.
I know you're there, Raziel.
He knows.
Mobius led me to you, Kain.
Yeah, that was but stealth, Raziel.
Guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now,
Now.
turn and face me. The chase is
And the voice acting and writing is so good in this game.
Chase, Raziel.
I keep saying that, but it's true.
Passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point.
As I said before, remember, this game was made in 2001. And both like Soul Reaver 1 and this game, which you know, Soul Reaver 1 was even earlier. And they already have like top-notch voice acting and writing, especially for the time. You have to remember, basically voice acting during that time was more similar to like Yakuza 1 voice acting in English than, you know, this. But yeah, this is like top-notch work. I love it so much. Yeah, as I said before, I did hear before that you literally no one never skips cutscenes in this game, and I believed it. I mean, as I said before, we did watch the cutscenes that we saw, even though in that failed attempt before, we did rewatch the cutscene, and they're still great. We didn't skip them, and yeah, they're good. Like the voice acting in this game is so good. And what else can you say, right?
We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
Now kill him.
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Exactly.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen.
Yeah, we've been doing that for a while.
The sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
Okay, so it's basically a recap of Plateauman's story. Oh, there we go. Here comes the pillars. Like in the first game.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nupraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nupraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain?
Oh, he
You
got
are
him.
really the last man
He
standing.
got him here.
Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the
Kain.
coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
It was rigged all this time.
The pillars are crucial and must be
Oh,
restored.
god damn it.
Yes, Raziel.
My gamepad is like... keeps disconnecting. What's going on with you there? What's going there with you, buddy? Why are you giving me grief?
That's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
I knew he'd say that.
Boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence.
A neutral ending.
But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself.
Third ending,
Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so.
Three-sided coin.
But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Ooh, that's like skill expression. What? Where are you, Kain? No! You even got an achievement for that. Okay, so I guess we have to go and land the coin on its edge. And that would be interesting, right? Okay, so we're at the pillars. Yeah, I assume the pillars would have like a save point. It used to have in the first game. Yeah, fun fact, basically the pillars were like your very first save point in the game. In the Blood Omen. But here it is not the case. I mean, I guess they are corrupted, but yeah, basically what Kain was talking about right now. Yeah, he basically like explained both the plot of Blood Omen 1, or yeah, Blood Omen 1. There is Blood Omen 2 actually, apparently. So Kain did describe that. But also what Kain did is he did explain two endings to the original game. So yeah, basically there were like two endings to the first game. One was that, as Kain said, Kain would sacrifice himself and then Nosgoth would restore to its former glory. Although that moment didn't show that it would just become corrupted again and the cycle would like continue. Just like in Dark Souls. Yeah, I didn't want to like say anything about Dark Souls before, but I guess that's what we're doing today. We're talking about Dark Souls. I'm so sorry. And the second ending is the one that created Soul Reaver, which, you know, Kain refused the sacrifice, and he doomed the world, and then he became the lord of it. Even though, so basically, the Kain was free to rule the world, even though it was doomed. And then he profaned the Seraphan priests, who became the first vampires, who then made vampire clans that we fought in the first game, which included, of course, our good boy Raziel here. So yeah, this is basically a nice recap for, I guess, for those people who didn't play the first game, you know, both Blood Omen and Soul Reaver 1. So yeah, they didn't tell you about the abilities of Raziel. Maybe they were in like manual, right? They used to like make manuals back in the day, so maybe that's where they were listed. But yeah, basically they didn't tell us of Raziel's abilities, but they do recap the story, so I guess that's nice. That's like a nice gesture. But yeah. Also, fun fact: apparently there was like a story about Soul Reaver 2 in particular. I think it was the voice actor for Raziel, but he had like an interview when he was saying that they finished like working on the game, and Emmy Hennig, you know the writer and the director of this game, which also made the Uncharted games. You know, as I said before, basically a punished game dev. She was like exiled, from what I understand, from like any good writing roles. But yeah, apparently he like asked the Soul Reaver, or actually he didn't even ask him. He like urged the Raziel's voice actor, who mind you, he was like a 60-year-old guy at this point. So, you know, he was like super boomer, and he urged him to, you know, play the game. And he was like, he never played the game before, so she basically like bought him a PS2 and gave him a copy of the game for free, so he could go and play it. And apparently what happened is that he basically like started the game, and he was like trying to play it for like 4 hours, and then apparently his like grandchild or someone saw how he was doing, and that grandchild saw that he was playing for 4 hours, and basically the voice actor asked that grandchild, yeah, I've been playing the game for 4 hours, so how am I going? How's my progress? And the grandchild looked at the screen and said, "You are still in the first screen." So yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, as you could see, they really didn't make a good job of like, you know, bringing the new people in, because, you know, you basically have to play Soul Reaver 1 to like understand how to play it. Although, as I said, maybe there was some stuff in the manual.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand.
What's going on, Raziel?
Why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when
I don't know
had
either.
pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued.
Oh, I think I understand now. I understand. Yeah, you can see the climbing wall there. Sorry for pausing you, Raziel, but yeah, we can see a climbing wall there. Which again, you need to play Soul Reaver 1 to remember that. But what actually like got my attention to go here is that you can see the pillars. The two pillars here have a realm switch icon. So I assume I will have to go there and realm switch, but I guess we'll see.
Been too cruelly
There seems to be a climbing wall there.
His pawn. But if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
It even like showed it to me with the camera. But it looks like a climbing wall. Yeah, I guess it's not. Yeah, that's a bit strange. You can like see. Yeah, for those search suit like. Yeah, I know. Go spec. I know. Okay, now you're giving me hints, game. Now you're giving me hints. But yeah, it really looks like a climbing wall. Yeah, especially since the game kind of like spazzes out here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty weird. Okay, fine, I'll go spectral. Okay, so it was actually stairs. Okay, that was pretty cool. In the first game, the geometry in spectral was already was also like bending, right? But it was like only bending. Now it like became stairs. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They seems to like improve the effect a bit. Yeah, it looks quite nice. So let's go and see what we find. Oh look, that's an old friend from the first game. Those like soul zombies. And of course we can suck them whole. Yeah, see? That was tasty. But yeah, it's nice to see an old friends here, you know. It's been a while since we saw old enemies. So yeah, now I wonder if we'll actually go and see the vampires from the first game. Okay, yes. Yeah, seeing that the game is like very time travel based, I assume we'll go and return to like the future and see the vampires. Hello, Bringer, welcome. Thank you for the sippy. Thank you. How are you doing? Thank you. That was nice. That was a nice sip. And let's continue. Oh, there we go. We are so back. Okay, so now we got a checkpoint. And yeah, we can go this way. So yeah, the game is like still very linear. So yeah, that keeps disappointing me, you know. That the game is just so linear.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched.
Yeah, basically there's like it's only just corridors and cutscenes. You know, it's very disappointing. Since, as I said before, the first game was more Zelda-like, but this one is more I don't know, more traditional, I'd say. Although it's hard to say because, you know, linear games aren't really like that traditional, especially in that time period. So yeah, that's disappointing. I was actually preparing myself for like for like an actual adventure, but it seems to be so far. It's very movie game like, you know. Yeah, basically the gameplay is just walking down the corridors and maybe like solving a very easy puzzle for now. I assume it's just because it's just the beginning of the game, and you know, just watching cutscenes. So, you know, very movie game like. I mean, I guess it is Amy Hennig, and she made Uncharted after this, which was, you know, very much a movie game. It's basically like one of the. Actually, no, I'd say like the very first movie game, in like the sense that we think about it right now, it was something like Mafia. Yeah, actually Mafia 1 on also on PS2 and PC was like the very first movie game, sort of.
Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Ooh, who could that be? Who's interested in me? Is it you guys? Is it you in the chat? Are you interested in me? Since Russell basically said I'm being watched, and that's true. We are being watched right now. That is absolutely what's happening right now. Ooh, that's a nice door.
This door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here.
Yeah, you can see the Reaver.
This winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
Yeah, very handsome guy, right? He kind of looks like a Greek, right? No, he has the skin, he has the clothes. Yeah, he's a Greek. He's a Greek. He's a Ramnor, as you can see. Yeah, he even has like laurels. He has a laurel crown, not crown. He has crown from laurels. So yeah, I told you, he's a Greek, or maybe Roman. I guess we'll see. With Reaver on press to open.
And so it was.
Yeah, there we go.
Gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
I have to remember that for later. Oh, what's that? There's like an enemy there. Is this a vampire? I guess we'll finally be able to fight a vampire. He does look like a vampire. Oh, and we have the pits. Oh, there we go. Okay, they don't look like vampires. They're like ghosts. Okay, there we go. Okay, I do have the Reaver on. And I assume Reaver just kills instantly. Oh, okay, no. Those guys just die instantly, okay, I see. And we also can take their souls, interestingly enough. That may be a problem. Okay, so this is like acid, right? Oh, it actually doesn't do anything to us. Oh, I guess it's not acid. It's more of a hot springs, right? Oh, nice and comfy. You can get comfy and get into hot springs. Yeah, see, I can like suck these. Can suck these boys. Very disappointing. Okay, it seems like we actually can. Okay, I can jump here. Okay, it seems like this actually may be a dungeon. I guess we'll see. So far, the dungeons are not very dungeon-like. They're just as linear as the rest of the game. But yeah, I could really use a save point. Ow! Stop bitch slapping me! Yeah, kick him. There we go. Can I get the crystals? No, I guess not. Oh god. Yeah, the combat in this game is so junk. I mean, I guess it's skill issue, but it's so hard to control. Yeah, basically you commit an action. Even when it's walking and you have to like commit to it. It is a bit frustrating. Especially since, as you can see, you cannot suck the souls. Oh, are you shooting at me? Are you shooting at me, friend? That's not nice. Gam, Raziel, kick him. There we go. Perfect. Okay, nothing here. You know, it would be good. You know, it would be good if the hot springs actually like regenerated us. You know, like in Neo. Although I assume we are the vampires, so. Raziel, that's me. But yeah, we are the vampires, so I assume hot springs don't work on vampires. And that is very sad. Raziel, yeah, I know, I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. And yeah, that looks like a save point. Either that or pillars.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place.
Oh, there's a save point there.
Perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque.
The race of
and
femboys.
angelic,
I
while
see.
mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
Oh, there he comes. Actually, is this the old one or is this Mobius? Oh, it's the old one. There he is.
Do not be deceived.
The best voice actor in the game.
My ancient benefactor.
Yep, there he is.
And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, but it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always.
Yeah, Raziel's getting cheeky, right?
The still center of the turning wheel.
I like it.
The hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you
still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
I didn't sign up. Yeah, I didn't sign up to
You would
it.
have me show gratitude for a gift.
Exactly,
I
Raziel, you tell him.
bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
He's so cool.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart.
Yeah, I guess he's a squid.
Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. Merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul reaver,
TM.
the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form. But if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Okay, thank you, the old one. Actually, I don't remember his like official name. Was it like an old one or the ancient one? Basically Cthulhu. But yeah, basically the game showed me... Show me like there was like a tunnel there, underwater. That I need to go to if I want to progress, I assume. I don't see any other ways to go. So I need to remember that for the next time. That's for sure. Because yeah, we're going to save and then we'll finish for today. But yeah, looking at these images, yeah, basically those guys look like... If you guys remember the opening to Soul Reaver 1, when you could see Raziel, when he evolved wings, and then Kain in his jealousy ripped off his wings and threw him into the Lake of Souls. Yeah, basically those guys look like how Raziel looked in, you know, in his evolved form in the first game. Yeah, it's quite interesting. I wonder how it will go from there. But yeah, for now, let's go and save for today. Yeah, I think I'm done. We're going to have a shorter stream today. I am very tired. I'm sorry. As I said before, this has been like very tough past few days. So yeah, I'll just go and I'll even save 2 times, you know, just to be sure. Yeah, I must play for 2 hours. I think that's enough for now. But yeah, I do need to remember to like go there. That's where the progress is. But yeah, for now we're going to go and quit the game. Yeah, we're quitting the game for tonight. We finally did make some progress since last time. We both managed to recover our progress But we also managed to... Let's get the music as well. We've also managed to progress a bit more. And this time I did save, so you know, we actually be able to continue next time, which is quite nice. But yeah, my thoughts about the game for now are... I don't know, they're a bit mixed. I mean, I love the story. I love where the story is going. I especially love how Raziel is becoming more cheeky from the first game. I mean, even the first game he was a bit cheeky, but now he's like full cheek, and I like it. I mean, both Raziel and Kain are so cool, right? But when it comes to the game itself, I don't know, the combat seems way more junky. You know, especially with that lock-on, where just... Yeah, you can even like move. You have like frequent animations for even like movement. So that makes the combat way more junky than in the original game, when I thought it was like way smoother. And especially like the most disappointing thing about the gameplay for me is... it's basically like the lack of exploration. For now it's been only corridors and cutscenes, and that's disappointing. And you know, it's been like almost 2 hours, and the game haven't opened up yet. Yeah, I still have hope that the game will actually open up eventually. But for now, it's been... I don't want to say boring, because the game is not boring. Like, but the actual gameplay is like way worse than the original game. I mean, I had my qualms, right? I had my qualms about the original game. I mean, it was like simplistic, right? It was quite simplistic. It had like simple puzzle and simple combat. But the exploration was actually pretty good in that game. I really enjoyed it. And, you know, getting like all the power-ups and then use them to explore the game further. That was like very fun. That was like the best part of the game, aside from the cutscenes. You know, bad directions aside, but this game is like very limited. And that actually makes me a bit sad so far, you know. I expected more after the first game. But yeah, we'll certainly keep continue playing the game for sure. As I said before, maybe the game will get better gameplay-wise. And even if it doesn't, I still very much like the story. I want to like see how the story ends. I'm intrigued right now with like all of these time travel shenanigans and whatnot. Especially like this last bit we saw with like this ancient race that looked like similar to how Raziel looked in his evolved form. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're going to play more of Soul Reaver. Maybe on Sunday. Yeah, I think Sunday will be like a good time to play a bit more of Soul Reaver, you know. We have a nice chill Soul Reaver 2 sesh, and we'll continue. But for now, I think I'll finish. You almost got 3 hours, so you know it's not bad. It's not a bad time at all. So as I said before, I'm sorry, but I am very tired today, so I'll call it quits a bit earlier. However, tomorrow I will be back in the morning. Yeah, in about I want to say 15 hours or so, if I count correctly. Okay, it's more like 14 hours. But I'll be back with a morning stream, and we're going to play, I don't know what yet, but we will play something. I'll try to find something cool. I'll try to like think of something. But for now, I think I'll sign off. We're not raiding today. There is no point in raiding, so I'll just finish the stream now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the Soul Reaver. I mean, I don't think you enjoyed the gameplay, just like me, but I hope you actually, at the very least, enjoyed the story. Because I do, I really like it. But that's for a different time. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Severin. Thank you, Lay. Thank you, Holden. Thank you, Awesome Knight. And thank you, Lawbringer, for hanging out with me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And this will be that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning, probably. I may still decide to be lazy, but hopefully I won't be. So I'll see you guys later, basically. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see ya later. Bye bye.